What's up, you guys? As you guys can see by the title, this one's going to be about time frame alignment, how to align time frames for expansions. So looking at this here, we're going to start with the 15-minute to the 1 minute. That's how I trade. So that's what I do, and it works. So if you guys don't know what purge and revert concepts are, you can look at ICT's page. He does go in about that and how to use that logic. We'll be focused a lot on the 1 minute liquidity as well, market structure, and entry models. So looking at this here, you can see Monday's trading over here and Tuesday's trading here. Monday's trading would be the previous day. Tuesday's trading would be the current day. And this red box here is 8:30 to 10:30. And that is when expansions happen. And I'm going to show you guys how to catch those. But starting off, the first thing you should do when you come to your chart is hit your 15-minute and look in the previous day. Now, what you want to be looking for is things like sell side liquidity and gaps and inefficiencies in the market, either above or below the marketplace. So preferably I like inefficiencies, but I don't mind liquidity. As you can see here, price did purge and revert to sell side. Purge is minor buy side, reverting to sell side as well. Dropping down to the 1 minute. What you need to do on the 1 minute is look for your pools in the current day. You don't want to look for pools in the previous day. Look for pools in your current day. So from midnight, New York time, to 8:30, you want to look for 1 minute pools in there to target. It should be in line with your daily bias. It might not be, and that's okay. You're probably going to have a purge and revert case there if it's not aligned with your 15-minute draw, which would be sell side. So here's a perfect example. You have sell side liquidity here for the day that you're targeting. A 1 minute pool right here. At 8 o'clock, price runs up and takes minor buy side and buy side here. So that was a purge, and then it reverts down to sell side. That's a little bit more in depth. If you guys want, there's a Patreon down below. You can learn more in-depth things to further your education. The discount's no longer there, but I have affordable prices down below. But looking at this 1 minute, you want to find 1 minute pools. So you can see here, we have a liquidity pool here and liquidity pool here. Pool 1, pool 2. Price runs up above the high. Around the open, it takes out more minor buy side, eventually shifting down, leaving a breaker. So price power of 3 into the breaker, which was a short, down your first strong liquidity here, which is this first line, eventually attacking sell side. But there is some things I do want to go over on the 15-minute, and this is like nuts and bolts, things that you're really going to be focusing more of your time on. I don't focus a lot on the 1 minute. I focus most of my time on the 15. I could show you guys what to do with the daily and how to implement your daily to your 15, which is what I do preferably. Sometimes I'll go from the daily to 15 to 1 minute, and that's really all you need. But like 60% of the time, you're just using your 15 to 1 minute, especially if you're a scalper. But going back to the 15-minute time frame here, don't set the bar too far away. So like, it's like when it comes to your 15-minute and you're a 1 minute scalper, what you need to do is literally pick the liquidity. Don't just mark this high because there's liquidity there. Don't just mark a low down here because there's liquidity there. You want to mark what's most relevant on the 15-minute. Like what's really close to the market right now in terms of liquidity. It would be this high and this low. These two lows are the closest thing. So when you're dropping down to your 1 minute, they're actually very far away. These are hundreds of points away from this sell side. This buy side, that is hundreds of points away. So when you're trading, you have a lot of range to capitalize off of. Being, here's 830. You can take the 830 into the buy side, or you could take the 930 shift into the sell side. It's whatever you guys want to do. You know, I say it's like picking your apple. You pick the apple you want. You know, in this case, there's two, and you pick the one you want based on what model is there for you to trade to. You know, like, are you trading your macros? Are you trading the silver bullet? Are you trading the opens? You know, but between 8:30 and 10:30, there is 2-to-1 promise expansion that will happen. So again, don't set the bar too far in the 15 minutes. Set it somewhere pretty close, actually. So when you drop down to your 1 minute, you can actually reach those levels. And that is your best case scenario. When I say mark out your 1 minute pools, which are here, these levels here, this is something that you can scalp to very quickly. Either with a macro or the opens, you can scalp to your 1 minute pools in your current day. So in here, you have a range of 4 different trade setups. You have a long up into buy side here. That's 1. You have 2. You can either go buy side or sell side, or you can trade to one of these 2 levels here. That's 4 different trades. You know, you can be a buyer or a seller. In terms of the entry model, it didn't raid shift and then it retraced cleanly to the breaker, but it did raid shift and then retrace back, eventually attacking sell side and your 15-minute pull back here. So don't set the bar too far when it comes to your 15-minute, because those levels are far. If you guys want to learn more about entry models and how to trade futures, I have a Patreon down below. They are affordable prices. I did call out some banger trades last week, a few live stream calls too. I know you guys seen those ones. Hopefully you guys like the video. Just drop a comment down below. Let me know how you guys feel about the content, and enjoy. One thing I want to point out is ICT does say if your opening range gap is over 120 points, 100%, it's going down to sell side. So in this case, this was 280, 230 right here. Drop difference between the regular trading hours and electronic trading hours. So when I seen this, I was like, okay, well, if his logic is true, it should run to sell side. So when I came to my electronic trading hours, I already had sell side marked and buy side marked, you know, and I was kind of in between both at the time. But I seen that logic he posted in this 2025 content, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to trust it because it's already aligning sort of with a bias I have, and I'm ready to go either direction. I'm just going to react to price. We got the fair value gap here at a time I like, and price did run down for sell side, giving about 53 points.